Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with more of The Good Place. This is Season 4, Episode 2, and yeah, this is part of a two-parter. Episode 1 was part 1 of that, and this is part 2, and we found out that we met the third and fourth people that the bad place sent. Turns out the fourth person was a demon in disguise. It's the one that was just like, I need to go to the gym. He just started punching people. It was ridiculous. But that miscalculation by the bad place led to Chidi being selected as the fourth candidate, which is good for our team in theory. Can't see too many downsides since it's been proven that he can get better over and over again. So hopefully it'll help them out, though Simone and Chidi being close is going to bother Eleanor a lot. But yeah, I'm excited to continue. Just to let you guys know, this will not be a full 10 minute reaction just because there are a lot of copyright issues with The Good Place. But I will include as many scenes as I can without it being too egregious. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you want to watch the full reaction though, you can check out Patreon in the link in the description below. And yeah, be sure to leave a like and let's get this started.
He'd hear how much better they are than he was, which might make him realize that he doesn't belong here. And also, bonus, maybe he cries like a stupid little baby.
She hates him so much. I do too.
Give her some space. Show her that you can control your impulses.
So you're saying wanting to do something isn't a good reason to immediately do it?
Did he just learn a lesson?
Man, I
Aw.
wish someone had taught me this on Earth.
People try. Mostly judges.
And mostly judges.
In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., who I personally believe was a great man.
Holy
He said
crap.
that when life knocks you on your butt, you jump back up and start throwing haymakers.
I'm not sure he said that.
No, he did. You're wrong. For me, Eleanor,
Holy
it's
crap.
all about taking personal responsibility. Thank you. Thank you all.
That did not work whatsoever. What's going on here?
He got a car?
Okay, well, back to the drawing board.
Wow.
If we want him, there is another bad place strategy that might work very well here.
Trash storm.
I don't know if that's the right move.
It's our only move. And we're doing
The
it
music.
tomorrow.
His version of the trash storm.
Hey, Janet! Janet! I don't belong in the good place.
He figured that out.
There's a place better than this. I belong there. In the best place.
Walk me through this, Brent. I'm not sure we follow.
Well, I've been feeling this way for a while now.
She's just been really busy. I'm sure she'll get around to showering at some point.
No, it's not that. Although it's not that. It's possible we need a new team leader.
Oh, really?
We just can't help but question her decision-making. We should at least discuss pursuing a change in leadership.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
definitely. Let's pursue it.
Oh, hey, Eleanor, we were just talking about how maybe you shouldn't be team leader. Saved it.
Go ahead, guys.
Saved it.
Speak your mind. The things that are happening here are above my pay grade. How do I get Brent to stop being such a deckhead? How do I
Deckhead.
fix Simone when she's convinced all of this is happening inside of her brain? I'm just a girl from Arizona.
That's gonna have
That's
to
it.
be enough.
I sometimes left H&M wearing more underpants than I had on when I came in.
And you got
I did a
what?
bad job of being in charge of my own life, and now I'm supposed to be in charge of everyone else's life?
You think you can't do this?
You're the only one who can.
You're the only one who can do this.
But everything I do blows up in my face. I'm like a hot, blonde, wily coyote.
That's true. About you making lots of mistakes, not the thing where you sexualize the cartoon. Come on, you know how this works.
Being with you is fun, but it's not always easy, and I'm afraid it would endanger the experiment. Also, I hate to pile on, but I feel like you have a right to know. The Jacksonville Jaguars cut Blake Bortles.
No, don't tell him
He's not on the
that.
team anymore. I am genuinely sorry.
Oh no, his worldview is crumbling. Why would you tell him that now?
You didn't actually have a nervous breakdown on day one, did you? You faked it so that I would step up and take over.
Really?
Guilty.
You tricky devil.
Wow.
Chidi, you and Simone
You're gonna tell him?
are soulmates.
What?
Soulmates? Like our souls are
Mates, yes.
I wonder if I can summon a book from my apartment.
Well, good luck.
But I never actually fell in love with someone.
I know.
Oh, right, of course. You know everything about me.
I do indeed.
The book is gonna hit him in the face.
Hi, Simone.
Dude.
What? I mean, if none of this is real, then it really shouldn't matter, right? In fact...
Dude.
What?
It's not real.
None of this matters. Leave that on your nose for the rest of time.
Chidi just gets to go around blissfully unaware of what he gave up.
Yeah, but we know what he gave up. Dead ash. Come on, bud. I know you're down, but you can't
Aw.
leave me hanging.
You're right. That is the code.
Stick around later for Jimmy Fallon
Oh,
as he
frick.
welcomes Taylor Swift tonight.
Freaking Jason. Dash. Alright, guys. I really understand why this was a two-parter. It feels like everything, the ball starts getting rolling after this episode, after both of them together. But yeah, what an emotional episode. I mean, first we start with Eleanor just not being able to get through to these guys at all. Getting through to Simone and Brent. We haven't even touched the guy, the reporter that reported on Tahani at all. And yet Tahani hasn't been like the focus of either of the first two episodes, which kind of makes sense. They had to get like touch on these other stories first. It would have been too much to include her story as well, but she's being supportive of Jason, which is really nice. But yeah, Eleanor, she tried the trash storm, which that was a good idea, but didn't even work. That guy thought he deserved to be in the best place. Frickin' Brent. Like, how can he think so much of himself when he's just so much the worst? He deserves to be in the best place. Oh my god. And yeah, they've decided to help him move towards being good by just having him do good deeds at first. And maybe he'll have some epiphany at some point that like, hey, I wasn't doing all of this stuff before, so maybe I wasn't such a good person before. But he's bought into his hype so much that there's actually a line from earlier in the series that I think is appropriate here. He is just so unaware of his own... He's like so full of confidence and so unaware of his own absurdity. That's what Jason said about... I mean, that's what Janet said about Jason in a previous episode. No, that's what Tahani said about Jason when they were first sleeping together. Speaking of Jason, though, poor guy, lost Janet. He was trying to give her space. He was trying to work things out with her, and Michael actually gave him some pretty good advice. And he was just like, huh, you mean I don't have to immediately act on every single thought I've ever had? He's such a doofus, and I love him for it. Michael was just like, yeah, that's what people were trying to tell you. Mostly judges. This show is just so funny, and it also pulls at your heartstrings, though. It definitely makes sense that they needed to take a break, him and Janet, because he doesn't fully understand how to be in a good relationship yet. If he just noticed that you don't have to act on every impulse, then he's not ready for a relationship just yet. And Janet isn't even human, so it's a difficult situation. It's not to say they shouldn't be together. It's just that, yeah, it's time to put it on hold when the fate of humanity is on the line. But yeah, she can't really deal with that relationship right now. But I can't believe she felt like she needed to tell him, but ripped his heart out right after dumping him, or pressing pause at least. Blake Bortles. I was really wondering if they were going to mention that. I wasn't. I follow football, but I'm not like sure about the timeline exactly. I guess he was cut at the end of last year. I am a football fan, but I knew he wasn't a. Did he get cut at the end of last year, or? Yeah. Either way, But Jason would be happy about Gardner Minshew though. I think they finished filming before Gardner had his first gameplay though. So, but yeah, Gardner Minshew is playing great. I feel like Jason would be really happy about that. And Minshew actually has more wins than my Cardinals and Kyler Murray, so that's kind of sad. But poor Jason, having to find out he's just so depressed afterwards too. His whole world is shaken. His worldview is destroyed. But then yeah, there's barely touched on Eleanor, but she's the one who has it so rough. She walks in on everybody talking about whether or not they need a different leader. But that interaction between her and Michael, that was such a great heart-to-heart. And yeah, I feel Michael. I understand him. It has to be Eleanor. She's the only one. Someone capable. Someone who was not a great person at all, but became someone so capable of compassion and love, and she's the only one who can do this. I believe in Eleanor too. Yeah, I got so emotional during that moment. But yeah, poor Eleanor. A girl from Arizona. She's gonna be the one to do it. I know it. But yeah, she had to tell Chidi that Simone is his soulmate, and then have him say like, "Oh, I've been studying, I've been into like an academic all my life, but I never fell in love." To have to hear that from an ex who she still loves deeply and who loved her back after so much struggling, and then he was just like, "Oh, you do know me?" Like, "Oh yeah, of course you know all this." And she said, "I do." Oh man, that was so rough. And then he held out his hand for the book. I think we all knew it was coming, that the book was going to hit him in the head, but I still laughed out loud. It was hilarious. And yeah, Eleanor... Michael was right that it might be harder. I think Eleanor has it harder. Chidi... It's like he said at the end of the last season. He's going to miss her, but Eleanor says no, she won't. No, he won't. He won't remember her at all. And that's what's happening. And she has to deal with all of it. He doesn't know what he's missing. We all know what he's missing out on. That Ash. And then she makes Jason high five her. Alright guys, this was a hilarious episode. I love this show so much. It's the perfect blend between so emotional, moral value, moral lesson, ethic lessons. I almost said ethnic lessons, which I almost pulled the Jason. Almost said ethnic lessons. But yeah, I feel like people who watch the show want to be better people, right? It's not just me who feels like that. And then it's emotional, you want to be a better person, and it's so hilarious as well. Just a great show. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. But we have 12 episodes left, so subscribe, stick around. If you want to watch the full reaction, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like, really helps out this channel. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye, friends.